Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're diving into some pretty fascinating stuff you sent us.
Oh, yeah.
All about maximizing sales, using tech. Looks like you're ready to take things to the next level.
Always good to level up.
We've got excerpts from Maximizing Sales with Technology by Sergio Antunes.
Sounds interesting.
It really digs into AI, blockchain, data analytics.
All the good stuff.
How they're changing the whole sales game.
It really is a whole new ball game out there.
Totally. So first things first, how much the sales world itself has changed.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing.
I mean, gone are the days of door-to-door and just brochures, right?
Right. You can't just rely on those old tactics anymore.
Buyers are so much more informed now with the internet.
They've got all the information at their fingertips, literally.
Totally. It's like the power dynamic is completely shifted.
Absolutely. Modern sales teams have to adapt.
So where do we even begin? This ebook mentions CRM.
Yeah, CRM is key.
Social selling, and automation as like the essentials.
Those are the foundation.
Would you say those are like the building blocks of modern sales?
Definitely the building blocks. A good CRM, for instance, can be a total game changer.
I've tried dabbling in CRMs, but never fully committed.
I get it. There are a lot out there.
Any standout CRMs in terms of actual impact on sales?
Well, his ebook highlights Salesforce. Businesses using that saw a 37% increase in sales revenue.
37%, that's huge.
Right. Of course, results vary, but it shows the potential.
Absolutely, that's compelling for sure. Then there's social selling, which has become a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Especially with LinkedIn and all that.
It's not just a nice to have anymore, it's essential.
Yeah, I could see that.
78% of salespeople using social media actually outsell those who don't.
Wow. That's a massive difference. Makes sense, though, I guess. Social media lets you connect with potential customers in a more, organic way, maybe.
Exactly. It's all about building relationships, not just pushing products. And it positions you as a thought leader, which is huge.
Right. Okay, so we've got CRM and social selling. What about automation? Like, what tasks can we realistically automate?
Anything repetitive. Data entry, follow-up, scheduling, all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah, those can suck up so much time.
They do. This ebook says automation can free up over 50 days each year for salespeople. Imagine that.
50 days. I'd take an extra 50 days.
Who wouldn't? More time to focus on strategy and, have a life outside work.
Okay, so beyond the basics, let's dive into the really cool stuff. This ebook dedicates a lot of space to AI.
Yeah, AI is where it gets really interesting.
Definitely lots of buzz around AI right now, and this ebook lays out some really innovative ways to use it for sales.
It's not just hype, it's actually delivering.
I'm really curious about those actual uses. Can you give me some concrete examples?
Sure. It mentions using AI to actually craft compelling sales pitches. Platforms like Salesforce and HubSpot are already using it.
Oh, wow.
They leverage AI to analyze customer data and tailor pitches to individual needs.
So it's like having a super smart assistant who analyzes all this data and finds stuff a human might miss.
Exactly. It's about using AI to boost human intelligence and make the whole sales process more efficient and, frankly, more effective.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm starting to see how powerful this could be. And it's not just about pitches, right?
No, not at all. AI can be used for all sorts of things. Automating communication, analyzing sentiment, even creating personalized content. It's a game changer.
So it's like a multitasking sales ninja.
I like that.
But with all this talk about AI, I do have to ask about the potential downsides. There's a lot of concern about AI bias.
Right.
Job displacement, all that stuff.
Those are valid concerns for sure. You always have to approach AI carefully, but this ebook focuses more on the practical applications and the benefits.
Fair enough. So any real-world examples of how AI is driving sales right now?
Oh, tons. Think about Amazon's recommendations. That's AI in action. It analyzes your past purchases, browsing behavior, and suggests products you might like.
Oh, I've definitely fallen for those recommendations.
It's super effective, and it's a great example of AI personalizing the customer experience to boost sales.
And it's not just for giants like Amazon, right?
Nope. Companies like Salesforce are using AI to provide those actionable insights that help their clients close deals.
So AI really is a game changer for businesses of all sizes. Okay, let's move on to another hot topic, blockchain. Now, I'll admit, when I hear blockchain, I think Bitcoin.
I think a lot of people do.
But I'm really curious about how it's being used in sales.
Yeah, it's got a lot more to offer than just cryptocurrency.
Okay, fill me in. How is blockchain being used in sales?
Well, blockchain's all about trust and transparency, right?
Yeah.
It's a digital ledger that records transactions in a secure and transparent way.
Right.
Perfect for things like supply chain management and contracts.
So building that trust with customers.
Exactly. Imagine being able to track a product's entire journey from manufacturing to delivery, all with perfect transparency and security.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Any real-world examples?
IBM's got this platform called Food Trust that uses blockchain to track food origins. Huge for food safety.
That's super relevant these days. People really care about where their food comes from.
They do, and blockchain provides that peace of mind.
Okay, so blockchain is clearly much more than just Bitcoin. It's a powerful tool for building trust, boosting efficiency, and ultimately driving those sales.
Absolutely. As it matures, it's going to be fascinating to see where it goes in the sales world, and it's only going to get more exciting from here. Speaking of exciting, are you ready to dive into data analytics?
Oh, absolutely. Data's everywhere these days, so I'm super curious how it's being used to give businesses that competitive edge in sales.
It's all about leveraging data for smarter decisions. Analyzing it from different sources can reveal patterns, predict outcomes, and lead to way more effective sales strategies.
So it's not just about gut feeling anymore, it's about hard data. What does a data-driven sales process actually look like?
Well, first, you got to figure out what data to collect. Could be from your CRM, website analytics, social media, even external sources like industry reports.
So not just having data, but having the right data.
Exactly. Then you need the tools to clean it, organize it, analyze it. It can get a little technical.
Uh-oh.
But there are lots of user-friendly tools out there, even for people who aren't, data scientists.
That's reassuring. So what kind of insights can you actually get from data analytics? How does it actually help businesses boost sales?
Oh, the possibilities are huge. It can help you identify your most profitable customers, optimize pricing, personalize your marketing messages, even predict which leads are most likely to convert.
So it's like having a crystal ball for your sales pipeline.
Kinda. It's not about predicting the future perfectly, but it gives you a much clearer picture of what's going on, what's likely to happen, helps you make those informed decisions.
Okay, so data analytics is powerful stuff. What are some of the actual tools sales teams are using to, harness that power?
CRM systems are a great starting point, but there are also those specialized sales intelligence tools.
Like what?
Zoom Info and Inside View are a couple of popular ones. They give you real-time insights about prospects.
I've heard of those. Really useful for gathering intel and figuring out their pain points.
Exactly. And then there are dashboards, which can visually represent all those key metrics.
I love dashboards. Visuals are definitely my thing. Any good dashboard platforms you can recommend?
Salesforce, HubSpot, Zoho CRM, they all offer great options specifically designed for sales teams.
Perfect. So we've covered the foundations, we've talked AI, blockchain, data analytics. Now let's get futuristic. What about virtual reality and the metaverse? I'll be honest, these are areas I'm still trying to wrap my head around.
Buckle up. The future of sales is immersive. VR is already changing how businesses connect with customers, offering experiences we couldn't have imagined before.
It's like stepping into another world. I can see this being huge for real estate touring properties virtually.
Absolutely. Audi's doing virtual showrooms. IKEA lets you place furniture in your home virtually.
Wow, I need that IKEA app. It would save me a lot of decorating headaches. But VR is just the beginning, right? What about the metaverse? It's still kind of fuzzy for me. How does it fit into sales?
The metaverse is a big, evolving concept. Basically, it's a network of virtual worlds where people can interact, experience things, even buy and sell. It's already making waves in sales.
Like online shopping on steroids.
You could say that. Brands like Gucci and Bugatti are already building virtual spaces in the metaverse. Customers can interact with products and brands in totally new ways.
The line between physical and digital is getting blurry. What other ways could the metaverse be used in sales?
The possibilities are endless. Virtual conferences, product demos, even AI-powered virtual shopping assistants.
It's mind-blowing. But what about the human element? With all these virtual worlds and avatars, do we risk losing that personal touch in sales?
That's a great point. While tech can enhance things, we can't forget that sales is, at its core, about human connection.
So it's about finding the right balance.
Exactly. Technology should empower salespeople, not replace them, and always keep the customer at the center of everything.
So as businesses explore the metaverse, the priority should be using it to make the customer experience better, not just to be trendy.
I couldn't agree more. Now, are you ready for another exciting area? Let's talk about robots.
Robots in sales. I'm picturing those cute ones that deliver food in restaurants.
Not quite. Those are cool. The robots we're talking about are more sophisticated, designed to streamline processes, provide 24/7 support, and even assist with data analysis.
Okay, now that's next level. How are they actually used in sales?
Lots of ways. Automating routine tasks like data entry or lead qualification so human salespeople can focus on building relationships and closing deals.
So robots handle the boring stuff. Humans get to do what they're good at.
Exactly. And chatbots, which are a type of robot, are becoming super popular for customer support, answering questions, troubleshooting, even guiding customers through purchases.
I've definitely encountered more chatbots lately. They can be surprisingly helpful for simple stuff. But what about more complex situations? Can robots handle those?
Absolutely. There are virtual sales assistants, which are even more advanced chatbots. They can handle lead generation, data analysis, even sales forecasting.
Wow, they're getting really smart. But with all this automation and AI, what's going to happen to human salespeople? Will they be replaced by robots?
That's the million-dollar question. I don't think it's about robots versus humans. It's about robots and humans working together.
A dynamic duo.
Exactly. Robots are great at repetitive tasks, data crunching, things that require speed and accuracy. Humans bring empathy, creativity, critical thinking. By combining those strengths, we can create a sales process that's super efficient and customer-centric.
So it's not about fearing robots. It's about figuring out how to work with them.
Right. The best sales teams will be the ones who can seamlessly integrate robots into their workflow, freeing up humans to focus on building relationships and providing solutions.
This has been an amazing look at how sales is evolving. CRM, social selling, AI, blockchain, VR, the metaverse, robots. It's clear technology is shaping the future of sales in a big way.
It's definitely an exciting time to be in sales. And as technology keeps advancing, we're going to see even more innovative ways to connect with customers, build relationships, and drive revenue.
So what's the key takeaway for our listeners who are navigating all this change?
Embrace technology. Don't be afraid to try new tools and platforms. Sales is getting more competitive, and those who don't adapt will get left behind.
But it's not just about blindly adopting every new gadget.
Right. Use technology strategically, make sure it aligns with your goals and enhances the customer experience, and always keep data privacy and ethics in mind. Transparency builds trust.
And as much as we've talked about technology, it's important to remember that the human touch is still crucial. Building those relationships, understanding customer needs, providing personalized solutions that will always be at the heart of successful sales.
I couldn't agree more. The future of sales is about finding that sweet spot between tech and human touch. Absolutely, the human element is irreplaceable. Speaking of which, this ebook has a really interesting section on best practices for using tech in sales.
Oh yeah. What's the key takeaway there?
It's not enough to just have the latest tools. You have to know how to actually use them effectively and ethically.
Right. It's got to be more than just a shiny new toy.
Exactly. A lot of companies get caught up in the hype and then don't think about how to integrate the tech or what it means for their customers.
So it's like buying a fancy sports car without learning to drive it.
Haha, yeah, pretty much. The ebook really stresses the importance of training.
Makes sense.
Sales teams need to be properly trained, not just on the technical side, but on how to use these tools ethically and in line with company values.
Right, the human element again, like with data privacy, for example.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Transparency is key. Customers need to know how their data is being used, and it needs to be handled responsibly.
No sneaky stuff.
Definitely not. It all boils down to using technology to empower salespeople, not replace them. And the customer experience should always come first.
It's about creating a win-win. Tech helps businesses, but it also needs to make things better for the customer.
Couldn't have said it better myself. When tech is used right, it can really revolutionize sales.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today. CRM, social selling, AI, blockchain, VR, the metaverse, robot. It's been a wild ride through the world of sales tech.
It really has. And it's clear that the sales landscape is changing faster than ever.
Definitely. Any advice for listeners who might be feeling a bit overwhelmed by all this new tech?
Don't panic. Start small, experiment, find what works for you. Don't try to do everything at once.
Baby steps.
Exactly. And there are tons of resources out there to help. This ebook's a great starting point.
For sure. Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive. Thanks so much for joining us and sharing your insights.
It's been my pleasure. Always a great time talking about the future of sales.
And to our listener, we hope you found this episode helpful and inspiring. Remember, the future of sales is bright, and with the right tools and mindset, you can achieve amazing things. Thanks for sending us this thought-provoking ebook, and keep those questions coming.